moment tonight and bring out your first comedian. He is a hilarious guy. He is one of my favorite comics in the city of Pittsburgh. You know him from the Gentleman Callers Tour and his local show, Underground Arts. Give it up for Mr. Dave Bracey!
How y'all feeling tonight, Pittsburgh? Oh man, let's give it up. It's Thursday. Don't we love Thursdays? You know what I mean? One more day closer to TGI Friday. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, TGI Friday. Only in America do we come up with dumbass sayings in order to be happy that we woke up in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like only in the case of Monday, like, oh, it's hump day, TGI Friday. Like, you know what the saying is in China for sex slaves? TGI, a little dick. Like, only in America we have dumbass saying like, when life hands you lemons, be, you know what I mean, like, make lemonade. What? When life hands me lemons, I say thank you because those motherfuckers are delicious. You know what the saying is in Africa? When life hands you lemons, be glad it wasn't AIDS. Start making a tasty beverage out of that shit. You know? Like, only in America can a 2-year-old hand you a toy phone and you're supposed to answer that shit. What? 2-year-old hands me a toy phone, I smack that shit out of their hand and hand them a fucking book. There are kids in Korea your same age making real iPhones and you're over here playing with toys? Come on, man, catch up, you know? Don't make any sense. Speaking of 2-year-olds, does anybody know what's in titty milk that keeps a baby alive for a year straight off of it alone? Like, I mean, what is in this wonder milk that, like, I mean, that we're not, because I'm a skinny dude, right? You know, and I've been trying to, like, supplement my diet, I mean, and I'm thinking of supplementing it with titties. In a non-sexual way, though. You see what I'm saying? I mean, and I know y'all looking at me like, oh my God, what do you mean non-sexually? But there's this chick in New York, right? She's selling cuddling sessions for like $60 a pop. But they're non-sexual cuddling sessions. Word. You'll buy that. You'll buy that. But then you'll look at me strange when I see a chick on the bench feeding her baby and I'm like, so what are you gonna do with that other titty? You gonna let it go to waste? Like, can I suck on that? Like, don't look at me like that. It's non-sexually. I'm in it for the supplements. You know what I mean? Like, you know? It don't make any sense. What else is going on? There's speaking of titty milk, there's are there any milfs in the crowd? No, y'all young, single, and free. That's awesome for you. For me, I'm a big fan of milfs. I mean, and there's this milf in the news right now. Let me give you a little background story. Right? She used to be a cheerleader for the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, and she made the team when she was 38 years old. 30, that's how fine this broad is. 38 years old, made the team. Right? She's like 45 or something like that right now, and she's in jail because she tried to blow a 12-year-old at a birthday party while her husband was downstairs. And her excuse was, I thought he was an older gentleman. What? Hold on. What kind of sick-ass society do we live in where a 12-year-old turns down a blowjob from a cheerleader? Are you serious? I mean, like, what do we teach these kids in school? You know what I mean? Like, you know how much money I would pay to be that parent in that situation? My kid runs downstairs like, Daddy, she's trying to blow me. I'd be like, did she send you down here for a threesome? I don't understand what you're doing down here, bro. Like, you know? Like, Daddy, she's trying to blow me. I'd be like, hold on, son, what? Let Daddy handle this one. You know? And that's what y'all looking at me like, oh my God, he was only 12. And you know, I was 12 once, and I was a virgin. But that wasn't my goal. Like, wasn't the goal. Oh man, I recently took a trip to North Carolina. Was on the beach and I spent like 5 hours in the ocean. And when I came out, I got sunburned from like head to toe. It was the first time I've ever been sunburned in my life. And it made me question everything I know about black people. Namely that I'm one of them. You know what I mean? But like, you know, what it did reaffirm was my belief that anybody that subjects themselves to this type of torture on a regular basis is a masochist and cannot be trusted. All right? I mean think about it. I mean, like, I'm itching, I'm red, I'm peeling and shit. I mean, like, it's like I gave myself an STD, you know? And you subject yourselves to this on a regular basis? Like, if you've got such little disregard for yourself, imagine what you'd do to me, you know? So from now on, whenever I'm walking down the street and I see 10 white people walking in my direction, I'm crossing the street. Fucking darkies. Can't be trusted, man. Speaking of darkies, there's a lot of racial tension going on in America these days, for a lot of good reasons. And, you know, since I'm clearly outnumbered in this audience, I want to let all you white people know I am not mad at you, all right? I'm not mad at you in the slightest bit, all right? Because at the end of the day, we all mad at the same people, all right? Niggas. Let me explain, right? Because nigga is not a race. Nigga is a lifestyle, all right? Now, did y'all see that aftermath of that Kenny Chesney concert, that Lane Bryant concert, whatever the fuck his name is? You know, like, all that trash that they left behind and shit? That's the type of trash that only a nigga would leave behind, all right? Granted, they was redneck niggas, but they was niggas nonetheless. I know because I threw a house party once, right? Some hood niggas got in there. Came down the next morning, my living room looked just like that parking lot, minus the minivan in the background, all right? And like, I was pissed because, you know, I had to take a shit, and I couldn't because some nigga had taken all my toilet paper and wrapped it around a 40 bottle and was using it as a pillow. I'm like, I mean, it's not a race, it's a lifestyle, you know? Like Paula Deen. Everybody was mad at Paula Deen. Oh my God, she said the N-word. I mean, why are you mad at Paula Deen? She's a nigga herself, you know? Did you hear what she wanted us to do? She wanted to dress black people up like slaves and have us sing and dance while serving her at a wedding. What? That's the type of extraordinary service that only a nigga would expect. You know? I know because I was working at McDonald's once, right? I'm at McDonald's, whatever. Dude comes in with a cup, goes straight to the fountain, starts filling it up. I'm like, yo, bro, you can't do that. He was like, oh, I bought this cup, I can't get a free refill. I'm like, well, maybe if you bought it today and it didn't say Wendy's on the side of that bitch, come on, man. It's not a race, it's a lifestyle, people. All right, now that we're all friends, I got a question for the ladies. Ladies, why do you take objectification so personally? You know, the guy compliments you, hey, nice ass, nice titties. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he's saying that to me. You're like, hey, I don't get it. Because you know how much money I would pay to be walking down the street and hear, hey there, sugar dick. Yeah, why don't you come over here and have a seat on mama's lap with your skinny ass? I'd be like, oh, well, I was on my way to work, but I got 5 minutes, you know. I got some sick days saved up. I mean, like, you know, like, women get mad. Like, when a guy, you know, asks you for a nudie shot. I mean, like, you know, a little nudie pic or whatever. It's like, oh my God, he doesn't respect me. Oh, ladies, let me explain something to you. You asked me for a dick pic. I'm not going to assume that you don't respect me. I'm going to assume that you got an unlimited data package for this huge photo you're about to download, all right? You know what I mean? Like, I got women still downloading dick pics from 2005. You know what I mean? Like, you get a dick pic from me, you're not logging on to Facebook till the first of the month without overshort. You know what I mean? Like, you know? Like, it's crazy because, you know, I was sexting this girl the other day, you know, we going back and forth, and I was like, oh, why don't you send me something nasty? You know, send me something nasty. And she sent me a picture of her crotch. And here's the thing, ladies, here's the thing. When you send us a nudie shot, we want to know that it's you that sent that. You see what I'm saying? That's the thrill of the hunt, that's the chase. It's like, oh, she sent that to me. You send me a picture of your crotch, I don't know that's you. Like, I mean, you could have got that from anywhere, pulled it off the internet. You're going to download a picture, you're going to send me a picture of a sheep's pussy, and I would just assume that the drapes don't match the curtains. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't pick your pussy out of a lineup, you know? Like, so if you're going to send me a crotch shot, at at least put today's paper next to it so I know that it's recent. So, I asked her, I was like, why don't you put your face in it? Put your face in it. She's like, oh, I can't do that. What if it leaks on the internet? Like, I can't. Would you like it if I did that to you? And I was like, hold up, wait. You think you can do that for me? Because, see, here's the thing, right? If I put my dick out on the internet, I'm a pervert. But if you put my dick out on the internet, I'm a victim. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know too many people getting more sympathy sex than a big dick victim. She'd be like, oh my God, that must have been so hard on you. Not as hard as it's gonna be on you. Oh man. I was in church the other day. Not because I'm religious or anything like that, but they serve fried chicken at the end of the service, and I'm about that life. So, I'm in there or whatever, and they got this saying in the church, it's like, whenever life gets too hard, it's like, Jesus, take the wheel, Jesus, take the wheel. So, the other night I'm driving, and, I was a little intoxicated, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to make it home, so I threw up my hands, I was like, Jesus, take the wheel. And I woke up the next morning in the hospital with a DUI. So, I'm not going to ask Jesus to DD for me anymore. He's an unreliable character, But, you can't blame him. Because he had a bit of a, rough upbringing, You think about it, God was kind of an absentee father, like, a little bit of a deadbeat dad. Because you think, like, he got with Mary strictly to hit it and quit it. He got in and out of her so fast, he didn't even break the hymen. That's a CSI case if I've ever heard one. CSI Jerusalem, They break out the black light like, there doesn't seem to be any trace of his existence anywhere. I feel like the conversation between him and Mary was like, excuse me, God, are you there? Yes, my child. I think I'm pregnant. Hello? You still there? You ain't heard from this motherfucker in 2,000 years. He was made active in his Old Testament days and shit, like flooding the world, throwing down plagues, fucking with that nigga Job for no reason, you mention a baby, and he's ghost. Holy Ghost, And Jesus, he had no guidance. He disappeared in the woods for like 20 years. Nobody sent out a search party for him or nothing like that, Mary went to Joseph was like, I think Jesus is missing. He was like, that little nigga ain't mine anyway. He kept reading his paper or whatever, He came back out of the woods. He was all bearded down and weird, sort of hanging out with the wrong crowd, prostitutes, thieves, throwing crazy wine parties and shit, Just no guidance, I feel like, shit would have a little differently had he, like God been there, maybe for the birth, maybe threw a ball at him or something, he could at least show up to the trial and been like, hold up, man. Get my boy off this fucking cross, Y'all done took it a little too far, But, they didn't. And they say that Jesus died for our sins. Nah. He died from neglect. But it's okay. It's cool because it worked out for Jesus in the end. He had the cheat code to life. Up, up, down, down, left, right. That's a wrap. Oh, man. You guys are fun. Before I go, I'm a big fan of wrestling when I was growing up. I'm an 80s kid. Anybody familiar with Hulk Hogan? Yeah, he's a real American hero, right? I recently found out that he has a new sex tape out. Which is awesome because, I get some of my best moves for me, Like, I dirty talk like him or whatever, I'm on the phone with a broad, I'm like, hey there, sister! What you wearing? Yeah? Well, you better say your prayers and eat your vitamins. Because what you gonna do when Dave Bracey and his 20-inch python runs wild on you? Right? So then, now men, take notes, because women love this shit, right? I fuck with a yellow t-shirt on, right? So, I'm in there. Right before I'm about to come, I pull out and I'm like, And I'm like, where you want me to come, huh? Where you want it, huh? Where you want it, huh? Where you want it? And I hit it with the 3 count with the tissues, like, how many tissues you need, huh? 1, 2, 3. And I pull out my phone and shit, start playing the music, like, your winner, still big dick champion of the world, Dave Bracey. She in the bed rolling around and shit, like, I want a rematch. I'm Dave Bracey, tell your friends.